Pro football can be like a ballet of controlled violence, but when NFL wide receiver Ray Caruth took that violence off the field, it led to tragic act of love gone wrong number 6. Ray Caruth was a star. In 1997, the first-round draft pick signed a $3.7 million contract with the Carolina Panthers. That season, Caruth led all rookies in receptions. His future couldn't have been brighter.
Ray Caruth was a very, very devastating offensive force. He was a great player with unbelievable speed and the ability to break a game wide open.
Ray Caruth got hurt. And when athletes get hurt, professional, especially football players, they become no longer part of the team.
By 1999, Ray's on-field problems spilled over into his off-field life. 24-year-old Sharika Adams, a part-time model and dancer, was more than 6 months pregnant with his baby.
Ray Caruth began to calculate his child support payments on the one hand. And then on the other hand, he didn't view her as being good enough to be his baby's mama.
On November 16th, 1999, Ray and Sharika went to the movies. On the drive home, Sharika followed behind Ray's Ford Expedition. Around midnight, Ray's car stopped in an upscale Charlotte neighborhood. Sharika stopped right behind him.
Then Watkins told me to pull up beside her car. So I pulled up beside her car, and he started shooting her car.
911 Baker, you need police, fire, paramedic.
Police, I've been shot.
You've been shot. Where are you at, baby?
Come on.
Listen to me. You're on a wireless phone. I don't know where you are, so tell me where you are, ma'am.
Adams may not have known her exact location, but she did convey one vital piece of information: the identity of the man she thought was behind the shooting.
Okay. All right, what's his name?
Wake up, Panthers.
And after she calls 911, she tells him the car pulls up beside him. She gets shot, and all she is just saying is, he just left me there.
Police and EMTs raced to the scene. Sharika was rushed to the hospital. Her baby was delivered by emergency cesarean section.
She was able to write notes when she was in the hospital, and she wrote consistently the same thing. You know, he stopped in front of me. He blocked me in. The car came by. They shot me. And she was just determined that he did it.
The next day, Sharika slipped into a coma. 9 days after the shooting, Ray Caruth was arrested and charged with conspiring to commit murder, attempted murder, and shooting into an occupied vehicle. On December 7th, Ray was released on $3 million bail. 1 week later, Sharika Adams died. The charge against Caruth was upgraded to murder, and the wide receiver went on the run.
Ray Caruth became a fugitive. He took off. And there was a manhunt for this NFL star at that point.
On a tip from Ray's mom, Caruth was found in the trunk of his friend's gray Toyota in the parking lot of a Best Western in Tennessee. He'd been hiding there for 20 hours.
At first, when she got shot, I was kind of unsure that they were going to be able to convict him. But when he ran, it was definitely a good thing for us, because that kind of showed that if you're guilty, you have something to hide, and so you run.
Ray was arrested without incident and brought back to North Carolina to stand trial. He entered a plea of not guilty. Prosecutors alleged that Ray had Sharika killed to avoid paying child support. The defense claimed the shooting was a drug deal gone bad that had nothing to do with Ray.
They had some additional testimony from people who were actually involved in the killing and who could testify as to Ray Caruth's actual participation. It was Ray who set this whole thing up.
I did it because he made me do it.
On January 15th, 2001, a jury acquitted Ray of first-degree murder. He escaped the death penalty, but the 27-year-old was found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder and 2 other charges. His sentence, 18 years, 11 months in jail.
I have to wonder, what did Ray Caruth see in the rearview mirror that night? How could a man's stomach, seeing what was happening, what he had done to his girlfriend and to any human being? It was horrendous.
The trigger man, Van Brett Watkins, was sentenced to 40 years. The driver in the attack, Michael Kennedy, received 11 years, 8 months.
I have forgiven all the other ones involved, but Ray, still to this day, does not believe he has anything to do with her death.
These days, Ray Caruth works as an inmate janitor in Nash Correctional Facility near Rocky Mount, North Carolina. The former millionaire now makes 40 cents a day. He'll be up for parole in 2019. Sharika and Ray's son, Chancellor, lives with Sharika's mother. He suffers from cerebral palsy that was likely brought on by his premature birth.
I knew immediately that I would have to forgive Ray for his part in this. So there was no way I truly could love my grandson Chancellor the way I needed to unconditionally love him and say that I hate his father. I just don't believe people can really do that.
I miss her, and I just, imagine what it would be like if she was still here and the things that we would be doing, and she was just so full of life.
Coming up, when a wife goes off the deep end, a husband pays with his life, and a misguided man tries too hard to impress the love of his life.